quorum360 provides a very powerful interactive environment with which we can browse a graph database looking at various entity sets and explore those, search for that information, display it on a graph, as we've shown in other videos. However, not everything can be solved by exploring, navigating, searching or graphing the information. Sometimes we just want tabulated results for doing our own numerical analysis, perhaps validating, calculating results, for example. Excel is the ubiquitous tool for this job, and quorum360 is fully integrated with Excel and other reporting tools such as Tableau, Spotfire, Power BI, allowing information to be drawn directly from the graph store into Excel. I will illustrate it in this case by using Power Query add-in to Excel, and I start off with a blank book. I click on the Power Query tab and I use a recent source, again, which is going to be Northwind. I click on Northwind. It recovers from the metadata which is derived from the model published into the graph, all of the different entity sets that are available to explore. There are actually more entity sets that I can see here than we see in the quorum360 user interface, solely because we've hidden some of those in the user interface because they're superfluous for most purposes. Here, though, we present everything that is displayed in that graph store. What I want to look at, let's try customers. I select customers and Excel obligingly pulls back a sample of those customers which I can look at. But this is just behaves now like a table of information. Remember, in the background we still have a graph. If I select that, I can now look at the details of what it's brought back. I've got the customer address, customer name, country, fax, lots of data pulled back in very much a tabular format, just like we'd expect for any business analysis. As I go along further though, I start seeing different columns. I see things annotated with table. Something's happened here. What it is that this field is not a scalar or a string or a number, but is a reference to a table of other information. This customer has placed 0, 1 or many orders. If I want more information about the orders they've placed, I can either click on the table, or what I'll do, I'll pull it all back by clicking on here, and it knows which columns are available for the order. I'm going to deselect all of those and just order some of those. Let's say the ship city, the ship country, where the order is going to, and the order details. Click on that, it pulls those back for me. I see now I've got scalar information for the city, the country, but now order detail is another table. On the right here, I can see it's expanding as I go down. Let's fill in the details of the order detail. Click on here again. I'll deselect all, and what do I want to bring back? Well, I want to bring back the discount that we've offered, the quantity and the product that we're selling, the typical items I'd want in a line item of an order. Click on that and it pulls that information. And yet again, I have now the product. The product is yet another record. Click on this. What details do I want? Well, this time I'll just simply bring back the product name and maybe the category of that product. Pull that back and I've now got all of that information, and yet again I've navigated to another, this time a record, because a product can only belong to 0 or 1 categories, let's bring back solely the label of that category. So I've gone through here and constructed quite a complex query to bring that information back into the spreadsheet. Over on the right here, I've got a list of the actions that I've taken for future reference. So I've captured the data. Now I'm ready to start processing that information without having to perform any complex SQL or Sparkle or any other query. So let me click Close and Load, and it will now fabricate that data from there and pull it into the spreadsheet and load that information in that I've requested. This spreadsheet, I can now close the sheet or save this sheet, and it remember the origins of that query, such that next time I open this spreadsheet, you can have the option of refreshing that information. But now I can just treat this information just as if I wanted to, as any other spreadsheet, and perform my business analysis on this data. That demonstrates the power of quorum360, not only for using the powerful user experience for browsing the data, but the ability to extract the data in a more traditional form into business analysis and reporting tools. Thank you.